Yeah, this super quick story. I told you guys one of my favorite stories that I've seen is the Biden documents being declassified. Biden having declassified documents. Because as I said yesterday in our yesterday stream, Biden's been in the Democratic Party been digging the hole. To be clear, I don't give a fuck about these fucking documents and politics. They all corrupt. They all doing fucking shady shit. That's not how. I don't want to take you down for that. I want to take you down because of war crimes, because you turn your back on the working class. But the Democrats dug a hole for an entire year, 6 months, how long this shit been going on. Well, they said Trump is the most corrupt person ever because he got classified documents. The worst thing Trump ever done, he got classified documents. This is unhinged. He should never be allowed to run for president ever again. That's why this story is interesting. And now Biden got caught having classified documents in multiple places, unlocked, right? So now Democrats got to figure a way to walk themselves back after claiming this is the worst thing you can possibly do. This story, even though it's not as substantive, is glorious because I've been watching the liberals struggle with it. And the point where they literally doubling down on Blue Annan. You know how Democrats are the biggest conspiracy theories? Like Democrats and Republicans, they both push conspiracy theories, right? The Democrats will have you believe that QAnon and Republicans have alternative facts, and they're the only conspiracy theorists. You guys want to see what the Democrats been saying to justify Joe Biden being caught with classified information? Look at this.
Oh no.
Rep. Hank Johnson and others believe that classified Biden documents was planted.
Oh my God.
How long did it take? Russia did it. Russia planted documents. And they said alleged classified documents showing up allegedly in the possession of Joe Biden. Things can be planted in places and then discovered conveniently. That may be what have occurred here. So this is the first person testing this out. Because I told you guys how things work in politics. People get memos. That's why you hear the same talking point when you look on MSNBC. Hell, shit, TYT recently too. They on the memo train. Like when you see people say the same thing, there's a memo that goes out. So Hank Johnson was the first person that started flowing this shit out. Man, I don't think Joe Biden did anything wrong. He can't be. Joe Biden's perfect. He can never do anything wrong. This must had to be planted. This is a right-wing conspiracy theory. Right? And look, he said, this is another one. Was it not even just him? You got all the big liberal accounts. They got over 12. They got 12.8 thousand likes in this tweet. Tracy Beth, the Karen of the day, she said, "Sorry, but I just can't believe in the coincidence that the classified documents were found just now. 8 years later, in a non-government office of Biden's, they were planted. No doubt at all in my mind. Who agrees it's just too convenient?" And you scroll down this thread, I feel the same. On top of which, if those classified documents was out of the secure location for that long, then the system storing and keeping track of those documents is severely broken. Another person, this is Dave Wiseman. Once again, these are not random people. These are big liberal accounts. We got elected politicians saying this. He said, "Yeah, I think this. I find it suspicious too." But tell me more about how Trump supporters are the only conspiracy theorists. I got some more because this is a short story. They got the celebrities on the memo as well, CJ. The celebrities on the memo. Joy Behar from The View suggests Republicans planted classified documents on Joe Biden to help Trump. You gotta see why
this is a clown show, Nick.
It's absolutely. This is why this is my favorite fucking story. That is not serious. This is my favorite non-serious story. Because look at how liberals are twisting themselves in the most tightest pretzel I've ever seen in my life to explain why what Joe Biden did was essentially the same thing as Trump is not that bad. And last receipt I'm gonna share once again. This is a very short story. I'll give you a reaction. But this is Korean Dream Pierre. I'm gonna just turn the audio on so you guys can hear her real quick. Very short clip where she says like the tame version of the conspiracy theory, right? Where you have the unhinged ones like Joy Behar and these people say that, oh, it's Republican planning that. She's not gonna quite say that, but she's gonna say something very similar. Let's listen.
As the president said, he takes classified information and materials seriously. And as we have
Not seriously enough, apparently.
said, we have cooperated from the moment we informed the archives that a small number of documents were found, and we will continue to cooperate. We have cooperated closely with the Justice Department throughout its review, and we will continue that cooperation with the special counsel. We are confident that a thorough review will show that these documents were inadvertently misplaced, and the president and his lawyers acted promptly upon discovering of this mistake. As the president said, he takes
You guys realize that
How can you so confidently say that's what the investigation is gonna say, unless you know the investigation is gonna be fixed? That's how you know.
And don't they realize this is literally what the same argument that Trump supporters are using? Trump supporters have two arguments that I mostly hear of. I do admit I did miss because I haven't been following drama that much, but they do say that Donald Trump was president, so he had the ability to reclassify it, and they also say it was misplaced. These are the same things. And this is a great tweet from Edward Snowden. I pass it to you for any last thoughts on the segment. Edward Snowden said, "Man, I should have thought of that one." The point being, there have been military officers, people like Edward Snowden, people prosecuted for having declassified information. Well, sorry, classified information. They never get off by saying, "Oops, my bad. Accidentally misplaced it. Oops, I guess I'm a little clumsy." Nobody ever get off by ass dudes ever.
The reason this is such a funny story and irony to me is because of the Democrats and what they pushed all this time. Classified documents, and then this happens. So it looks like egg on their face. And I mean, even in that video she did, it's like she's looking down, she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna find." That's like it's such a dog, like tail in between your legs, like dog.
That same with Morning Joe. Remember that Morning Joe segment?
Oh yeah, that too.
They were playing too. They are extremely uncomfortable with this. But go ahead, CJ. I know you had
No, and you know what? I think Morning Joe. Well, they're gonna keep talking about these classified documents. I think they covered it again today.
I missed it
because I had it up, but I didn't see it, so I'm gonna go back and look at it. But that's about this story, similar to what you were saying. This is what's so funny to me because they look like clowns and they can't really. It messes up one of their plans to take down Trump for the presidency, because literally this softens that whole document. It literally just went out the window because of Joe Biden and dementia Joe Biden. So
that's why this that's why this story just. and how long? I told you it's only a matter of time. They're gonna say Russia planted the documents. It's only a matter of time. This is gonna be an amazing story to watch unfold.